What's up, everybody, and welcome to Fight Week. Okay, let's go. Okay. UFC 281, our boy Izzy about to knock this dude the fuck out.
Yes, sir.
Shadow Realm time for Alex Pereira. It's definitely gonna happen. So we had to big up the fight as much as we possibly could. You know, there's a UFC fight in our city. How often does that happen?
Almost never.
Almost never. So we got to make sure that's the only place that we have UFC fights.
And they got to check in, you know?
Facts.
Who they got to check in with?
Facts.
Who they got to check in with?
Greatest MMA journalist of all time.
Let's fucking go, baby!
Okay. Greatest of all time. Anyway, so we're out here. We got some of the homies to pull up, man. Some of the absolute Flagrant fan favorites. This first guy coming in right now, he broke my heart, man.
Why?
Well, he broke my heart because as much as I love him, I also like the guy that he just fought and dominated a couple fights ago, and it broke my goddamn fucking heart.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I still love him. He's a wild boy. Last time he came on the podcast, he made news. He literally added a word to the vocabulary.
Yeah, he did.
Do you know what I'm saying?
A word we still use today.
To this day.
And an action that you used last night.
100%.
I saw you do that.
I'm bubbling him up.
Yeah, bubbling the bathtub. Let's go.
Listen, my wife trying to get pregnant. I'm bubbling.
Wow.
Okay.
I don't know.
How you get
That's
pregnant.
how you do it.
Oh wait, what are you? Oh, it's with P. You're supposed to do it?
No. Ejaculate.
Oh, got you. All I'm trying to say is we got the great Alexander Volkanovski in the motherfucking building. Come on, Volk.
Get on in there, baby.
Come on, Volk. Hey. Volk, we're live, baby.
On in.
What's up, bro? Come on in. Come on in. What's up, baby?
Leave his hanging.
What's up, my man?
How are you?
Now,
It's good.
Now, this is perfect. Now, do you realize how powerful that last podcast was when you came on?
How powerful?
How powerful it was.
Well, mate, like I heard you give on the intro where you sort of gave me a little rundown of how it was. So obviously a new word that I knew straight away what you were talking about. And what that's a thing now, huh?
People are pissing in their mouths because of you.
Across the nation.
Because of you.
Yeah.
100%.
It's not just an Aussie thing now, right? Like,
No, dude.
Oh, Mr.
No.
Worldwide, that's you, man.
Yeah.
You took it global.
It's a TikTok trend.
Yeah, we're appropriating.
I don't
that.
know. I don't know if it's something I should be proud of, but I mean, I sort of am, you know what I mean?
Listen, it doesn't taste great, but it's a fun little party favorite, I will be honest. So we thought it'd be a great idea if in your next fight, come on, bro. In between rounds, what could be more intimidating?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're like, I need something to drink, and then you just knock the water bottle away, whip out your shit, bubble up.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Could you imagine that, eh? Could you imagine that? I tell you what, though, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what they say, you know, when you're putting your fluids back in water and that, you should have it room temperature.
Exactly.
Because you absorb it a lot quicker, and I'm guessing the flow is already the right temperature,
That's
right?
right,
So you're going to soak that shit up straight away.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's
So,
how you make sure his
there you
body
go.
temperature is.
Science, baby.
That is science.
Yeah,
I think Andrew Huberman actually said that. I think he's a neurobiologist, and he was like, you got to bubble up if you really want to get your shit to homeostasis.
A neurobiologist?
Yeah.
What is it?
Wait, yeah. Bro,
What's a neurobiologist,
Yes,
bro?
yes. What is a neurobiologist? You studied neurobiology in bubbling school, didn't you?
Oh, mate. So is that what we're calling it?
The bubbler?
No, neuro. What was that?
Neurobiology.
Neurobiology, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
I think I like connected a few science
A couple
terms.
of things. Oh, there you go. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
that aren't exactly terms. You got a big fight coming up, man.
Yeah. Well, you know, obviously it's not locked in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What do you
but
mean it's not locked in?
Well, it's not signed on paper, but you know what I mean? Like, we're going to make it happen anyway. So obviously there was a lot of people like, you know, what's going on?
Yeah.
But we'll make it happen.
Now, when you're pound for pound number one, right? When you're pound for pound number one, is the money a little different? Is it?
Oh, man, there's a lot more opportunities that come with it. Look, man, for me...
I know. That wasn't there before. The diamonds weren't shining before.
It's opportunity.
Oh, it's opportunity. Oh, he's been media trained. This guy media trained.
Well, like,
a lot of
like for me...
I see the Rolex. We're working over here, baby.
Can I get some opportunities?
Hey, look, to be honest, like, obviously it was all right.
Piss in your mouth. There's a future in it.
Obviously, being a champ, obviously, that comes with opportunities too. But the whole pound for pound sort of thing is like, yeah, it's cool. Everyone's like, you know, like, what, I'm not any different, right? I'm the same guy. But, you know, it does, mate. It has a ring to it. A lot of people, you know what I mean? Like, I thought champ was good enough. But once I was pound for pound, everyone's like, fucking, we want a piece of you.
Really?
All right, sweet.
So like
You know what I
even
mean?
back home, like brands and shit, they're trying to reach out.
Well, like, yeah, like you end up getting, just it's, I don't know. I think it's just, I don't know. Like the champ, I guess there's a few of them, pound for pound, they can only say that to one person, so they make sure they, every time they introduce it, that's got to be there, you know what I mean? The pound for pound, you know. So it sounds good, and I know people just love it, and opportunities come.
Opportunity. Now I know you're happily married, you have children, etc. But the DMs got to be crazy.
Come on,
just the DMs. It's not like you look at you know, you just look.
He doesn't check.
You don't check, bro. You might open it up, but not like accept. You know, just to see.
I just go through. Go, Emma, look at this. Check this out. You know what I mean? Like,
That's funny. Your wife's name is Emma, but so is mine.
Okay.
So when you first said that, I was like, what the fuck you talking to Emma about? You keep your pounding for pounding over there.
oh, that's gold. Nah, but yeah, that's sometimes you do it. Obviously, you know, it's social media, it's the internet. Shit's gonna, you're gonna get some weird shit sent to you. I'm sure you fucking know about that as well.
Yeah.
So like sometimes we have a laugh about it. I go, check this out. Like,
oh, really? You just scroll the DMs with your
wife? Not really, but here and there you just flick through it. Like, you know, it gets a bit crazy.
Sometimes they're so hot.
I want to get back to people, you know what I mean? But, you know, someone sending, you know, a gaping hole or something, I don't want nothing to do with it, you know what I mean? So, but mind you, sometimes it can be not. Hey, it ain't a woman every time either, you know what I mean? So fuck it.
It can be tricky.
But was it like
one
of your teammates or something trying to prank you? It's Monday, boys.
Oh no, just taking the piss.
Now, do any of the guys that you played rugby with because I imagine like you're a competitive dude.
Probably the boys are like sitting there going, mate, don't tell them everything we fucking do. Nah, I'm saying they're probably like that. They're like going there and start naming them and go, yo, my mate did this.
Did they hit you up after the pod and go like, bro, you can't talk about?
Nah, I think they were all laughing about it. Like I said, it's I don't know where we're from and all that. It's a bit of the culture, you know. We have a laugh. It's not like, you know, every day they're sitting there pissing in their mouths, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like every one of my friends do. It's not like we all do it, right? It's just it's happened before, right?
They take pride in pissing in their mouth.
Yeah, you know. I mean, like it's funny because we make it look like every Aussie pisses in their mouth, but I mean, they don't really like that. But
yeah.
You know,
the fact that you got to say it's not, makes me think every Australian is pissing their mouth.
It's, you know, it's probably more regular than it should be anyway.
Yeah, 100%. No, but the guys that you used to play rugby with, I imagine you're competitive, you would talk shit, maybe you would kind of like scrap with them a little bit. Not serious fights, but you know, these are guys, you're playing a sport, every once in a while things get heated.
Man, no, not really. Like we used to, like back when we were playing football, like you would always, again, Mad Mondays, everything would happen. So we'll just start wrestling and just doing like, you know, everyone goes, oh, let's do it. Then the next minute people are just running, like, remember, they're proper cooked. Like they've been going for a couple of days and then they're just running at each other. Remember, no pads are just in their undies, actually. Because we call it no undie Monday. You know what I mean? So you're not allowed to wear undies. So you're not allowed to wear undies. So you've got to wear shorts, and if you're wearing undies, they just rip them straight off. So we call them no undie Monday. Yeah. So you know, you could imagine the boys doing proper hit-ups, you know what I mean? Like, you know, lining up, you know, shirts off and wearing footy shorts with no undies, so, you know, the junk's moving around. Yeah. So they're just running straight at each other, bang, and you're just seeing heads, arms, and balls just flying everywhere. It's fucking crazy.
How is that, how are those Samoan roots, dude? Do they got big dicks, those guys?
What's that, sorry?
The Samoan guys, do they have big dicks?
Well, I'm from Australia. We do have plenty of Samoans there, but...
But are they known for big dicks?
Yeah.
I don't know.
When they do a haka, they just whack their dick on their leg.
Is that? No, I didn't see that.
That's how they
I've got a lot of Samoan friends, so I'll say yes. Just to do them solid. Just want to go back. I was like, well, you fucking just say yes. That's what you have to do. I was like, well, yeah, yes. Yes, I won't say no because I'm going to fucking hear about it.
Okay, so after you beat Islam, we all go for a Monday fun day? I mean this sincerely.
You coming to Perth?
I would come to Perth.
Stop it.
Watch the fight, obviously to support you, but I'd want to do a Monday.
No Monday Monday.
No Monday Monday.
We could do a no Undy Sunday because it's a Sunday. Yeah, Monday will be actually. It's Sunday and then the next day is the Monday. So
because you guys would fight in the morning.
Yeah, or Sunday.
That was great the way you did the days of the week.
That was super good.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
dude,
exactly.
you still got it.
Yeah, you nailed
exactly.
Don't ever let them tell you you don't still got it.
But look, I'll do it. If you're there, I'm gonna have to make it happen.
You could not hang, bro.
Because I know all my footy mates are gonna be there. So
is that nerve-wracking?
Well, having everyone there?
Yeah. It's
no, not to me.
Really?
Look, for me, I adapt to whatever situation I'm in. I'm really good at doing that.
Yeah.
So I can turn everyone booing at me, which obviously I did in the last one. I've had that a couple of times, like not fighting home, always in enemy territory, you could say, and being booed, and I can just turn that into a positive for me. I'll just make it work for me.
Oh.
And I'll just sit there going, oh yeah, like I'm getting booed. Usually a lot of people like, yeah, and I'm like, oh, and it fires me up. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna show you. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. I was like, I know they're gonna boo, so I started being like, even if you see me walk out in the last one, I was prepared for them to boo because they already booed me a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on my phone. Already prepared that they were gonna boo me and things like that. So I'm walking out and you see me on the camera. I'm like going, I know they're booing. Doesn't matter. I know you're watching back home. I'm talking to everyone back home. I know you're watching. I know you're supporting. Yeah. And it was like firing me up, like, because I knew that. I was like, these guys are gonna go. I'm gonna have to hold, you know, what we said actually, because me and Izzy, hold the line. Hold the fucking line, you know what I mean? And we're like, fuck them, like, you know, they can boo, they can all come at us, but let's hold the fucking line. So I was like that, and I was like, let's do it.
Do you enjoy being the villain a little bit?
Well, I love being like the underdog and the villain, maybe not the villain, but I mean, if people are going to boo, again, I'm going to make it work. You know, I'm a people pleaser, right? So that should show you that boos should affect me. Yeah. But I can switch it around and be like, nah, fuck you, and have one of the best performances of my life. And then get people cheering.
Yeah. But that's the thing about it. It's like, if you're used to being the underdog, right? If you're used to people not expecting you to do the things you've done. Like, you were playing rugby against these guys that were, I know you were weighed much more at that time, but when they first looking at you, like, they're not going, oh yeah, this is exactly how I imagine a rugby guy, and then dominating, right? Like, win the championship, man of the match in the championship.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm wondering if it's harder for you when people are going, he is the pound for pound. He is the guy. Is this the first time in your life that now everybody's going, nobody can beat him?
Well, like, yeah, because I've always been the underdog. Even when I was a champion, they were still, you know, going to be doubters. But maybe, you know, here I am calling for the lightweight champion, you know, against a guy like Islam, you know, that everyone's like, oh, what about the wrestling? Now they're doubting me again. I'm like, thank you.
But exactly.
So maybe, you know, maybe that's what I'm chasing. Maybe I'm chasing it.
I'm being honest. Right? That's what I thought. Like, when,
yeah, well, it fires me up.
You could have stayed in the division, continue to dominate, but maybe part of you is like, I need the challenge to get me fucking going.
Like, it excites me. This one excites me. Yeah, I'm fired right up. I was talking to a couple of boys out back, and I was saying, like, man, it made me realise how much I wasn't fired up for, like, even the max fights. Like, right now, I'm doing so many different things. Again, I need to put on some muscle, and I've got a new diet. Now I need to focus on a specific thing, where the last few fights, I just had to work on my game. Obviously, I had to focus on something, but not real focus. Right now, it's just mainly focused. We know what he wants to do.
He wants to wrestle.
He wants to wrestle. He's going to want to hold me down. I never really had to worry about that.
But you had a background in wrestling.
I'm very good at takedown defense. Very hard to hold down. Yeah. So I don't really ever need to train too much of that. I've always had that. Like, and that's not something, like, if they get me down, I'm like, I know I'll bounce back up. Yeah. We've hit a guy like him, it fires me up, goes, oh, yeah, people think they won't be able. I'm like, mate, put it this way. This is what a lot of people ask me, how are you going to deal with the rest? I'm like, no, I'm going to get up. Everyone's trying to say that he is so well-rounded. I'm going to test that. That's the test that I want to see. I want to see how well-rounded he is. How are they? Because I'm going to get back to my feet. It's going to be a stand-up battle. Yeah, he had one good punch against Charles. Now everyone thinks he's a striker. Right. We'll see.
Yeah, because it's harder to hit you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting.
You know, and I've got nothing against Charles. Yeah. But, you know, I ain't going to stand in front of you and come aggressive and give you them opportunities. I'm going to hit you, and I'm going to be completely fucking gone.
You have an amazing ability to maintain distance, especially when you're at a size disadvantage. But your fucking arms are long. Yeah. So it's not always a size disadvantage, right? Like, and I wonder if that's from training with taller guys. Like, I've seen you and Izzy spar, like, you know, just friendly, kind of like sparring in the gym, and I'm just like, what a great thing that is to deal with a guy who's all arms and legs and be able to manage that distance and find a way to get inside and then get out before. Because I saw, and I broke my heart because I fucking love Max as well, but I saw, and it was like he just couldn't time you. He couldn't get out. Something changed from fight 2 to 3.
Yeah, well, like, we had a decent game plan as well, right? So we knew sort of where he would want to go with it. We thought he would come aggressive. We knew what he did well in the second fight and that he would want to do again. So we just took away a couple of those things. And then plus the footwork and me leveling up and all those things just made it too much for him. Like, I was just always I was always in position for me, and he was always out of position. Yeah. And I just had him adjusting the whole time. Even though he was trying to walk me down, he couldn't get to a position where I was square in front of him for him to set me up and land some shit. You know, he might have had one punch and I was already gone, and he'd have to reset, and I'm just making him pay every single time.
And beating him.
Yeah, and I thought, exactly.
Like, you look quick.
Yeah, man. Like, so that's it. As I was getting him in, I was making him, you know, can't give away everything. But but, you know, like, while I was doing all that, if he wanted to come in a little bit aggressive, I'd make him pay. Yeah. Then he would, like, even him just adjusting, I'll make him pay. You know, I mean, even if he did get in, I'll win that exchange anyway,
Right.
make him pay. So I was just winning absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, applying
you know what I
pressure in literally every avenue.
mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Just no matter what he tried, I just went like, nah, not today.
Okay, so with the Islam fight, you're going to make sure it stays on the feet. Now, people go, these guys are so strong. They understand. They're like the Dagestanis. They're like weight and balance is good, and it's undeniable. They've had a lot of success. What I wonder is with you, because you've come down so much in weight, if you're used to being with guys that are applying that type of weight, whereas a guy like Charles maybe isn't used to wrestling with or trying to move a man that's 185, 190 pounds usually walking.
Yeah, look, I'm sure he trains with big guys. I'm sure he can handle it, but the thing is, he thinks, I can't handle it.
Right.
That's where he's going to get fucked up with, you know what I mean? Like, he's going to realize, like, if he's literally thinking that he's just, because he's bigger than me, he's just going to hold me down. Like, again, everyone that trains with me goes, oh, man, like, that ain't going to be easy, especially now when I've got to focus all this time and attention to it. Mate, I'm going to be a complete problem to hold down, trust me. And that's something that, if he's really thinking it's going to be an easy process, mate, he's gonna struggle mentally once he realizes that I get bounced back up and I'm popping him in the face with some jabs and big shots, and I'll be like, going, I fucking told ya, you know what I mean? And I just watch. That's what I want to see. Everyone's like, oh, how are you gonna prove that? I'm gonna be watching him because I know even if he does get me down, even if he is holding me down, I ain't gonna lose composure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in there. That's all good. I'm fine. That I'll just keep fighting till he slows down. Whatever. I'm gonna be okay. I know what if things don't go the way he wants them to. He's not going to like that. Now, all of a sudden, he's uncomfortable. Man, I put myself in uncomfortable positions all the time. You know what I mean? That's what made me who I am.
We know.
Bring it on. Yeah.
It's Monday.
in the training room and now come time. You know what I mean?
How big are you getting up to?
Well, look, I don't want to look. The weight's probably going to sit the same as how it is now, but we're just trying to. The calories, obviously, you need to eat so many calories just to build some of that muscle and stuff like that. I want to obviously cut the fat and then just hold muscle. So the weight won't be too much different.
Okay.
Maybe a couple kilos, if that. But, well, pounds, or maybe 5 pounds or something like that. But I want to make it all muscle and, you know, lose the fat and just make sure that every bit of weight that I do have is, you know, specific.
Rock
You know
solid.
what I mean? Rock solid, yeah, you know, like an ideal weight, not just a bit of water or a bit of fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be very lean come fight time.
Now, do you worry about an over-focus in the wrestling discipline? Like, you know that that's what he's going to do, so you're preparing, but you still don't want your timing to be off. You don't want... So you have to balance that still.
Yeah, man, 100%. So that's and that's something I'm always going to fight my style. So that's another thing. Like, yeah, I'm going to put a lot of drilling sessions, specific sessions.
But when in the fighting is happening...
Oh, like, yeah, but every other... Like, I do all sessions all the time, you know what I mean? So I'm constantly working, striking, and I'm constantly doing pads with Joe, and that's where we do a lot of our movement and a lot of that stuff. So that... I do that even now. I just stay on top of all that always, you know what I mean? Because that's where... That's money for me.
Yeah,
you know, that's where I get, you know, that's where I give people most problems.
Yeah.
But I mean, now it's just a lot of the attention, like, is now just more takedown defense and all that type of stuff. A lot of the drilling is going to be focused around that. But then I'm going to have my pad sessions, my sparring, striking sessions. That's going to be all stand up anyway.
Love.
So that's another thing that, and another thing for me is like, I want to get everything on point where I'm not worrying about the takedown.
Exactly.
So I'm drilling all that.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I'm standing with him, I'm not sitting there like, oh, watch out for the takedown. I'm fucking him up. He gets on my hips, I'll worry about it then. Don't worry, I ain't going to hesitate on feet just because you might come in. I'll deal with that when it happens. You deal with these first. I'll deal with that when it happens.
I like the confidence.
So that's the difference, where a lot of people are so worried about the takedown. Which,
they can't even get in their game.
Yeah, well, like now they're like, they're hesitating, they're, you know what I mean? Like they do one false move, they're like, you know what I mean? Next minute, they're getting punched in the face.
Yep.
Next minute, the wrestlers bashing the striker on the feet because they're so worried about the takedown.
Yeah.
That's not how I. That's not how
Draw them into your game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to fight my fight and deal with, you know, my footwork deals with a lot of that anyway. It's going to make it hard for him to shoot. But if it gets to my hips, I'll worry about that then.
Yeah.
But I mean, before that, he's got to worry about my hands.
I'm excited, man. All right, guys, we got to take a break for a second because it's time to get healthy, okay? We're going to get healthy the quick and easy way with one delicious scoop of Athletic Greens 1, AG1, right here. You're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help start your day right, okay? This special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging, all the things, literally, okay? AG1 is a small micro habit with massive benefits. You're gonna be sleeping better. The quality is gonna be so improved of your recovery, specifically the mental clarity and alertness you're gonna get. And it costs you less than $3 a day. You're investing in your health and it's cheaper than your cold brew habit. Think about that. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just one scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/flagrant. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/flagrant to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. Now let's get back to the show. Hey, man, you know, we have your boy is with us right now. I want to bring him out. Craig Jones is in the building. Hopefully Craig is about to walk through those stairs. Maybe it'll be in a couple minutes. But an amazing jiu-jitsu player, I believe is how they say it, right?
Yeah, jiu-jitsu player. Yeah, jiu-jitsu. Yeah, you wouldn't say fighter? I don't know, grappler?
I think it's, or grappler, but I think they call them jiu-jitsu players.
Players,
But
okay.
yeah, I mean that.
That sounds cool.
Never heard.
I know, we'll ask him when he comes out.
Yeah.
But I'm curious. Yo, I might have made that shit up.
You made that up.
Hey, man,
100%.
I should have just had your back. Nah,
Yeah, roll with me, dog.
Yeah, you threw him under the bus.
Fuck, man.
Neurobiology.
Listen,
they say they call them
Boblet's
players.
real.
Are they
Jiu-jitsu
chat,
players
is it
real.
jiu-jitsu player?
Nah.
We need to know, chat. I'm almost
Okay, we got
100% positive.
Player? Why
I'm
would it be
almost
player?
100% positive. I think it's jiu-jitsu player, bro.
I mean, we didn't.
It's a nerd thing, dude. I don't know what to tell you. He's gonna tell you right now. Craig, get out here.
All right. Call him.
Craig Jones, we need you. Let's go. Craig, have a seat. Okay, Craig, is it jiu-jitsu player?
It's definitely not jiu-jitsu fighter. You know what I mean? We're not
Okay.
slapping each other around or anything.
So, was I right? I think he tried to bail me out, and I almost did the left.
Some might say
A jiu-jitsu player? I think so, yeah. When they're trying to talk it up a bit, make it seem a bit cooler than what it is. You know? I'll take it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
When they don't know what they're talking about, that's what they say. Oh, gotcha.
Fuck, man. It's not jiu-jitsu player? Chat, isn't it jiu-jitsu player? They're saying,
Practitioner?
They said Craig is a player.
But that sounds good. Practitioner?
Jiu-jitsu practitioner. Okay,
That sounds
Craig,
legit.
explain something to me. This is something that I've seen oftentimes MMA fights. Guys who are good strikers go to the ground. They can strike for 5 rounds, it's nothing. Grappling cardio seems to be a completely different animal.
Yeah, well, I think wherever you're uncomfortable, you're going to make bad decisions, use sort of strength over technique and start to panic. But myself, I'm not really one to talk because my cardio is pretty terrible as it is.
Oh, yeah?
When I go out there, if I don't finish within 5 minutes, things are going bad for me.
Dude, really?
Yeah.
My wife has said that about me.
Yeah.
Wait, so that's it. You're going immediately for the finish and then
I
done.
go way too hard too early,
Yeah.
gas myself out. Kind of the opposite to Volk's here. His gas tank lasts forever.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
In the ring, in the office.
Not on
We
Monday.
disappoint our Emmas. This is what happens over. Now, did you guys know each other before? Like, do you know each other from back home?
Well, yeah, like we do, but from like a bit of jiu-jitsu. Well, while I was in MMA.
But does he come to the cam and just fuck y'all up real quick?
Yeah, he does. Actually.
I mean,
that's what it literally comes. Like he's been in the corner the last few times. So we've he did the Ultimate Fighter with us as well.
Yeah.
Which we've got a couple of cool stories with that one as well. But yeah, he's come and done that. But that's usually how it is. Yeah, he comes in and then just fucks everyone.
Is it that easy?
No, he's getting better, actually.
Yeah,
You know?
He's not bad.
No, I'll be honest.
They try their best. You know?
No, it was like that because I remember I'd go there and it'd be every minute I'm getting tapped every minute.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? And then it slowly got less. It wasn't every minute. Then it might be, you know what I mean?
Well, he's got to build you up a little bit.
Yeah, build the confidence, right?
Yeah.
Why did he do that from the
You're
start?
doing so good.
I gotta make
10
it,
taps in the 10 minutes? Fucking hell.
I gotta make it seem like he's improving.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. That's a good point.
That's right. Yeah, that's a fucking weird thing because I guess when you're focused strictly on that discipline, I guess that makes sense. that you're going to be so elite at that skill that nobody else is going to be able to compete with you unless they do. But I think the perception oftentimes with MMA, like you see the guys who are black belt. What the fuck is a black belt, yo? What does that mean? Like, it seems like there's guys that are black belts that they're like, how do I say it? Like, the SATs is the SATs. You know what that is? Like the test everybody takes. And if you get 100 on that, you do it. It seems like there's different levels to the black belts. Is that fair?
I would say it's like a marketing strategy to hook you into it, you know what I mean? If you just show up to class and you don't get rewarded with anything, it's hard to keep you in there, but it's like a trick. So you get a blue belt, you feel really good. Like, oh, purple belt's next. So it's just marketing.
Did you give him a black belt?
No, Joe gave you the black belt, right?
Yeah.
Really? That Joe out there, your dad?
Yeah, my dad.
Your dad gave you a black belt right there? That's some home cooking?
It's funny, every time we're walking around the UFC event, everyone always thought he was my dad.
100%. I mean, I'm shocked he can hold the mitts for you, that guy.
Man, like he holds it, he gets into it.
Really?
He'll
He gets
fuck you
into
up,
it.
bro.
No, I've known there's no, I mean, he looks like he's been on like a tuna boat for like 40 days. He's a tough looking
be
motherfucker
watching
right
that too.
there.
He's like,
I know,
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
going outside. I'm not going out there anymore until Joe's out of here. I thought you said that's my pa. And I was like, I haven't heard anybody call anybody their pa.
Yeah, man, he still gets into it, mate. He does it all for me. Like,
Really?
People used to watch me, because fight week too, like the intensity goes up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm getting in my fucking zone, right?
Yeah.
So I'm picking him up, dumping him around. People are like, fucking
That guy?
Yeah. Or maybe not as much anymore, but I mean, like, only a couple of years ago, I was like proper throwing him.
That guy's 90 years old. You can't
Oh,
just
mate,
pick
you're
up.
giving me gold for the you give me gold for the trip, fucking. I was like, hey, Joe, what about it?
Yeah, dude, that's not allowed. That's a bad thing.
I hope it comes in.
I mean, there's no question. No, because I shook his.
Gives him the people's elbow. Goes over the thing.
No, there's no question because I shook his hand and it was like, oh, you're a man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
He's hard, man. We think he might even have he's been toes. He's gonna hate me for this.
Yeah.
But I mean, his toes been sore for a while, and I'm like, it's fucking gout for sure. You know, I'm telling him that, and he's like, yeah, from drinking and stuff like that, taking the piss. But I think it might have been broken for the last 2-3 fucking weeks. I think he's like broke his toe.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I saw. I'm like, oh man, it should be better by now. Eh?
No.
Like, maybe you should get it checked out. You know,
that's
you
what
talk to
men
someone
do.
yesterday, goes, oh yeah,
Yeah.
maybe get an X-ray.
Nope.
He did get it checked out
So I'll give him
yesterday.
that. I'll give him that. He's a hard man.
He sort of got it checked out yesterday. We got into the car with him today, and he was complaining about his big toe, and he said he had a guy pull on it yesterday to help it. That was
Pull on his big toe to help it.
That was
You
the
sure it's a
therapy.
guy? Did he get like a massage downtown? Like a little,
I don't know what toe he was talking about.
a little rest and relaxation. I know. I could see him definitely banging Asian hookers for sure. Dude. Like that's 100%. Like a couple of trips out there, you know.
Oh,
what are you
how
guys
good is
close
that? Like,
to?
the whole show's just talking about Joe. The whole time.
Yo, Joe, you're the man. Don't come in here. Don't come in here and do
Nah,
anything.
he loves a bit of banter too.
Okay, good. Now, Craig, let me ask you a question. The Ultimate Fighter, you come bust these guys' asses. Do they ever want to spar you to get their get back?
Yeah, we actually did this, right?
Wait, what happened? Give me some details. Give me
What did
some
we do?
details. Okay.
We did 3 rounds. So we did a grappling round.
Yeah.
We did a wall wrestling round, and then we did a striking round. But
10-minute rounds of each.
10-minute rounds. But I was not.
10 rounds.
Come on, dude.
So,
10 minutes.
Yeah. Man, fucking wrestling this guy for 10 fucking.
No.
I was no mercy at the start.
Yeah.
But I probably shouldn't have done that because then we had to strike later. Okay. But I cheated when we were striking. He was beating me up a bit, and I just took him down for
Mate,
that.
there's actually
They just held him there.
there's actually footage of that. Like we got footage of it, like sitting there, like I was like getting into him a bit, you know. He's like, all right. Next minute, he's just taking me down and holding me down. I'm like, you fucking can't do this. You know
I was
what
watching
Like,
the clock. Come on.
So wait a minute. When you get a hold of a dude, how close do you need to be dominant? In other words, like it's wrist, and then you can kind of wrap it up from there, or
In terms of when we're on the feet or when we're on the ground?
like if you and a guy are on the street arguing, you think the guy's gonna get violent.
If I think I might pull guard at that point.
You'll go on your back in the street.
Embrace
Come here,
it.
daddy.
it's probably not that. They'll want to go big stop. You'll be worried about leg lock.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's his gig, right?
Can I be honest with you? If you did that in New York, like it was a bar fight, and you in the middle of the bar, you just went on your back and you're like, come on, like, you never lose.
Here,
a
pull him
fight.
up big time. Pull him up big time.
Dude, that's a great way.
Yeah. Have you been in a street fight?
Only one ever.
And how'd you
But I
feel?
used no jiu-jitsu. I just was punching on with the guy, but I don't even know how to fucking box or anything.
How did that go down? I want to know. I haven't asked you about this.
Well, we slugged it out for a bit, and then he started running away, but he had like ripped my shirt in the process. So I was pursuing him through the streets for quite a long time, and I was like, this looks terrible. This feels very wrong.
Pay me for my shirt.
It was like at one point he jumped over a fence, and I ripped my pants as well. But he took a wrong turn, so it was like a horror movie. He went around a corner and he was trying to get into a door that was locked.
Yeah.
We sort of finished it up there, but it was,
So
Your
all
pants
people
were ripped
saw.
and you try to finish it in the alleyway.
I pulled it straight out.
I'm just saying, like the average person, they see your shirt ripped and then your pants ripped, and you're chasing a guy. You know,
It doesn't look like it
looks
he
like-
started it. You know?
Yeah.
It looks like for a a fun good time. reason, though, right? It's like a fun time. What was the reason for
you thought you were gonna rape me. I'll show you.
Flip the
This is
script.
a
No.
Nancy Pelosi husband situation. I think that's what it was.
Wow.
Wait, but what happened? What started the fight?
I just left the club and he just hit me, and
Were you stealing shorties?
nothing. Just left the club. I was only like 18 at the time, up in like what was it like, Sunshine Coast.
Australia, okay, yeah.
And then I
You
was
can get
just
like
like,
that sometimes.
he got a
Really?
good one in. I was like, I got
Bogan?
this
Was he a
back.
bogan?
I would say so.
Big
for
time bogan?
He was shirtless at the time. That's a good sign.
Oh, yeah.
Bogan?
You can't fight a guy that starts shirtless. You know what I mean? Because that means he's been in enough fights that he's like, I can't ruin this shirt.
Yeah.
You know,
He
like-
thought you didn't think about that.
Yeah, no.
If you had thought about that, then your shit wouldn't have been ripped the fuck
Can
up.
I ask you
If
a
I pull
question?
guard.
Is that what I look like?
Yeah.
That's
No.
Yeah, I
That's
think
you.
it is.
'Cause-
When I see him,
It's a little intimidating.
No,
you,
no.
I'm like,
when I see him sitting in that chair, I feel like that's what I look like.
Yeah, you look like that. Yeah.
It's the same
Yeah.
thing, right?
Build him up, Al. It's the jiu-jitsu thing. Let him get some taps.
oh yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Exactly. You look
just like that.
Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Same beard. I feel like same,
Hold on.
same
Go,
muscles.
so let's say, and then can you do like a real squeeze?
A real squeeze?
Yeah, like, okay. Yeah. What? No, I'm just saying, because that's the thing, right? Like, once you lock in, once you grab,
You wouldn't want to give him a hand. That's it.
not at all.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me
Game
feel
over.
it.
He's
Let me
climbing.
feel that. Let me feel that.
Our
So,
forearms are the same. Okay, all right, chill. Not so much. I feel like our forearms are like the same size, roughly.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean?
Very
Right?
similar to that,
I feel like
yeah.
that's the same build, dude. That's me.
You feel powerful?
Mate, we can actually move
see
this
what you did?
centerpiece.
and then
right
do
here.
a nice little thing, right?
You see what you did?
What did he do?
What you created?
What?
he thinks he's this.
Let him beat
I'm
that.
just
That's
saying,
okay.
like, if anyone wants it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Pull guard. Someone starts something? just
I will
guard.
pull. I'll pull it
do
out.
you guys ever pull guard together and just bump up levels? Do you guys? Is that a move?
Unfortunately, it is.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? They're like two guys shaping up. They're like, oh, what you want to go? And they both just drop to the answer.
You just hear a little.
That's very
Okay.
common.
Has it been crazy to see how popular jiu-jitsu's gotten in your professional lifetime?
For sure. Because when I started, it wasn't even a career.
It
I
was like
didn't
an
even-
exercise. Or
Yeah, I
something.
didn't even know what I was doing at the time. You
Yeah.
know? I was like, oh yeah, we'll do a few tournaments. Maybe I'll teach some classes.
Yeah.
But now, like, you could be a full-time competitor.
Yeah.
You don't really even have to teach. You know,
Isn't
you
that
can
crazy?
just train full-time.
Yeah. And is that what you're doing right now?
I try to do a bit of everything, right? Because it's like, obviously, competing all the time, it's brutal. It's
Yeah.
tough on the body and stuff. Obviously, we don't get paid as much as the UFC guys.
Yeah.
But, so I try to balance it with, like, instructionals, sort of running a gym a little bit, and,
Yeah.
and competing as well.
Yeah. Because you have to think of also the exit strategy for the professional career. And if you're not making like fucking NBA money or pound for pound money, you know, if you don't have those opportunities. It's opportunities, that's right. Yeah, we're getting media trained with Volk. Like if you don't have all these opportunities.
You got to be clever, mate. He switched on. You know, remember the guillotine with Brian Ortega?
Is that-
choke defense?
That's
Choke defense was out the next day. They only like the.
Oh, instructional?
No, you didn't.
Done.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Very
really?
good, very
and then
good.
what did you say? Just have a fucking cylinder for a head like him?
First off, work your whole life of having no neck.
I used all the sound bites. Like Ortega was like, how the fuck did he get out of that choke? Bang, turned it into an instructional. That's the commercial for it straight away.
Did Ortega hit you like you motherfucker?
He didn't like me on the show at all.
Really?
At all. But I've since seen him since then, and we've been pretty cool. But we played a prank on him that really didn't go down.
Wait, what happened?
Well, like, man, there was a couple of pranks that went down. He was allowed to do whatever pranks he wants, but we weren't allowed. A couple of ours actually didn't make the show, and we weren't allowed to do.
Okay.
So like, that's some of the things. Like, I'll let you.
Oh yeah, they tried to fire me because we had the COVID testing at the time, and when I went into the office, I saw I guess the scrapers with everyone's name on it.
Okay.
So I took Ortega's and pretended to stick it in my ass and put it back. But once the UFC got wind of that, they were very upset about it.
That was too vulgar for them.
That was too much. That's the Mad Monday shit.